TribLive High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. TribLive High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL championship game!
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the four-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions!
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Fake it to Maple, keeping himself, coming near side. Can they hit him?
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And the Shannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
To Trouble Sheets live from Seneca Valley High School. It's high school baseball here on the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by that tonight. The Mohawk Warriors took on the Keystone Oak Eagles. So it's broadcast on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the TribLive High School SportsNet. It's brought to you by Maine Contracts of keeping you in the game. Luxembourg forward, Kelly and George keeping promises for over 8 years. The Red Zone, we can score with the Red Zone. Ponce Insurance, let the life you live worry free. Tonight's broadcast also being brought to you by the Pregame Restaurant and Banquet Center, the Tri-County Christmas Association. Something for you all photography capturing that perfect moment, and the Lawrence County Community Commission Partnership. My name's my brother Joe Moon. Team number 2, it's our doubleheader. Team number 4 in the Lawrence County SportsNet. Powered by our captains. 13-4 victory, Joe. They were 18 Jay. Yeah, this is beautiful thing. We've had only 2 nice throws to have a game out, and I'm really excited about doing it. Second game, the Shannock wins. Shenango hoops out as a big lead now 6-0 over Fort Cherry as we speak. And today we have Mohawk versus Keystone Oaks. Mohawk, the number 4 seed coming in to tonight. And we'll be a record of 13-4. Keystone Oaks a record of 5-11. But talking to Coach TJ Fairman, Joe says that record to see too much here. We've had some injuries, and he thinks his team's going to really compete tonight. He's certainly pretty sure he started out really bad. He's really coming off for a lot of fastballs, and if he's in his zone, he can be very, very tough. And that's what we're talking about is Jake Clifford, who's also on the basketball team. But this hopped out at 87, which sort of surprised me. But he has a good mixture with fastball, curveball, changeup, and a splitter. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on that splitter. On the other side, we have CJ Vance, I believe. The Super Advance, excuse me, he's on the mound tonight for the Mohawk Warriors. And so you may see there's about 5 or so people talking with Coach seems to have confidence in him also. So now we're going to pause for tonight's national anthem. And our national anthem live from Seneca Valley High School. A little disappointing. I thought assistant athletic director at me was going to be saying live tonight. But apparently not. No, so yeah, the assistant, the regular athletic director, Heather Lewis, she's over at the softball fields, making sure everything's running fine over there at this beautiful complex here tonight. So, over tonight's starting lineups. For Keystone Oaks, they're going to be visiting teams. Nathan Brzezinski, he's your leadoff hitter. He goes number 21, number 2, Owen Schroeder. The shortstop, who hit that second. Ty Sirakowski, he goes number 14. He's your second baseman. He bats third. Left fielder, E.J. Simon, he's your cleanup hitter, number 8. Jacob Rickmaster works hard. Number 3, he's the third baseman. He bats 5th. Greg Wagner, he's the right fielder, bats 6th. Where's number 17? Number 22, Trevor Sheets. He's your center fielder, bats 7th. Dylan Kickler, the first baseman, wears number 28, he bats 8th. And number 25, Roman Keeney, the catcher, he bats 9th. Brzezinski, Schroeder, Sirakowski, Simon, Wickmaster, Wagner, Sheets, Kickler, and Keeney. And for the Mohawk defense check,
Mohawk defense, starting pitcher is Cooper Vance. The catcher is A.J. Birdeye. First baseman is Jacob Warner. The second baseman is Jay Rona. Shortstop is Brady Hartman. And third baseman is J.C. Boss. And from right to left is Lucas Cummings, Garrison Stapp, and Mark Conti.
Yeah, Coach Nick Mariano from Mohawk, he's in his 5th year. 2005 grad, 4-year starter. He was a 4-year starter at Westminster. He's a former assistant at Mechanic, and he coached with Mr. Dawson at Union for a little bit. He's a history teacher at Mohawk, and our Keystone Oak catcher, head coach TJ Fairman, in his very first year here at Keystone Oaks. He's 2nd year out of college. I said, how the heck did you get the job? 2 years out of college. And he said he was surprised himself that he was able to, but he said he doesn't really care how. He's here and he's ready to better the program. Faced with a lot of injuries over the years this year. But he was done. So three sports at Thomas Sheffield, baseball, basketball, and football. He's a teacher in the key sport. And we'll get a little bit more about TJ as the experiment as we get into this broadcast. It was such a nice broadcast. Nathan Brzezinski will lead things off for the Keystone Oak Warriors. Nathan committed to Potomac State to play baseball. Takes first pitch strike. I have to get my glasses out, I think, in between innings here. Comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss. Good fastball there by Loss. Or Vance, excuse me. Make it 0-2. The pitcher's looking quick, Jay. I like that. That's just one that's going to go out of play. The home plate umpire tonight, Joe Howard, Matthew Fox at first, and Andrew Obleski at third. Goes the 2-strike pitch. Ground ball is going to find its way up the middle with leadoff single for Brzezinski. Exactly why he's the DH.
Took the pitch right up the middle. Nobody can get close to it. That's how you want to start a game with a single.
Aiden Schroeder, the shortstop, will step in. Schroeder committed to Mount Union now. First pitch is strike. Mount Union, mostly known for football. I've won numerous Division III football championships. Runner takes off. Sliding in safely with a stolen base will be Brzezinski. Great big jump, Jeff.
I was talking to Coach before the game. He said we like to run. We could throw it out and we'll still run. He was saying when he played ball, he stole a lot of bases, and he's a big boy.
You count 1-1, Brown backs third base, Ross throws over, and if they're going to take third on the throw, there's nobody's covering. For good heads up play.
Shortstop should have been there, but he wasn't.
Yeah, Brzezinski noticed that and came over.
It was too late, though.
Yep, 1 out. Yeah, Coach Fairman said he was second in the nation in stolen bases his senior year. Which is hard to believe. You look at him, he's a third base coach, and we get a shot at him later on. So he's 235. And he's quite the athlete, which we will get into. His whole family, 5 kids, all 5 played in college, 5 different sports. So it's going to be we'll get into that as the along the broadcast of Sierakowski steps in, and it counts 0-2 to tie Sierakowski. 1 out here at the top of the first. No score between Seneca Valley, Keystone Oaks, and Mohawks. I knew I was going to do that. I'm staring at the scoreboard. It says Seneca Valley right on it, And we've got 2 Seneca Valley kids beside us. Here comes 1-2. Fouled up out of play.
Making contact. On a 1-2 pitch, you want to make sure he got at least contact with the ball.
Look at his Vance work quick. Just getting a piece again to Sierakowski. Sierakowski on the hockey team and also finished 28th in the WPIAL Golf Championships this past fall. Maybe I'd get the golf lessons off him. Finished 28th, that's pretty good. Comes the 1-2. Just missed in the corner.
I couldn't believe he took that pitch.
Count 2-2. Yeah, they take the top 18, I believe it is, the states, so he didn't miss by much. Out goes the 2-2. Payoff pitch, fouled down the right field line, out of play. A lot of room on down the right field line in foul territory, so that can come into play. Not as much in the third base side, but the first base side, a lot of room. Comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. Throw down the first. He's out there, coming home and sliding in safely. There's Nathan Brzezinski. So, talking to Coach Fairman, he says he's going to be aggressive. He sure is.
He went through the back underneath the catcher's legs.
So, wild pitch, sort of strikeout. Well, on a wild pitch just came in on the throw. So, 2 outs. EJ Simon will step in. Keystone Oaks takes a 1-0 lead. First pitch, a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. We don't see that often, Jamie. The ball, it was a good job by AJ Vodi to keep the ball in front of him and threw down the foot, but did not look back. Brzezinski, and he just took off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The Keystone Oaks, 1 run and a hit. No errors and nobody left. Half inning, 1-0. Keystone Oaks. We're going to keep things right here, Dom, in between innings, as we're going to go down through the lineups here in between innings. Mohawk leading off. For Mohawk would be Cooper Vance. Jay Rona, he's your second baseman. He bats second. Lucas Cummings, the shortstop, the right fielder, bats third. J.C. Voss, your third baseman. Heard a little bit about him. That's 5th. Brady Holman, your shortstop, bats 5th. Mark Carney, the left fielder, bats 6th. AJ Vodi, the catcher, bats 7th. Your DH is Garrison Staff. He bats 8th. He's in the Rouser. Jacob, the first baseman, he bats 9th. So Vance, Rona, Cummings, Voss, Holman, Ponce, Vodi, Staff, and Warner. The defensive alignment for Keystone Oaks, Shed.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Okay, the starting pitcher is Jake Laporte. The catcher is Roman Kearney. The first baseman is Dylan Kickler. The second baseman is Ty Sierakowski. The shortstop is Aiden Schroeder. The third baseman is Jake Workmaster. The right fielder is Gregory Warner. Center fielder Trevor Sheets. And left fielder is E.J. Simon.
Yeah, I think we'll just go with Laporte. It's not Laporte, it's just Laporte.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go with Laporte from Coach Fairman. I want to thank for the great conversation we had with Coach Laporte. Coach Fairman. Him and
his assistant coach, Jordan Campano. They played together at Thomas Jefferson, and Eric went on, and we mentioned, to play at California University, and his Jordan Campano played at Mount Aloysius. And Eric's mother, Lisa, is a successful WPIAL girls basketball coach, currently at Thomas Jefferson. So the Fairman crowd, very athletic, as we'll talk about it in the top of the second inning. The 5 different kids here for the Fairman family and the 5 different sports, and quite a talk. Had a good time talking to that Coach Fairman. So Cooper Vance will step in for the Mohawk Warriors, trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Comes the first pitch. Pitched way inside. I think that was adrenaline there.
I think so, too.
Cooper Vance going to be attending Eastern Michigan. The senior. First pitch popped high, and now we'll get out of play. Beautiful field here, Seneca Valley. Like the high fences, almost like the in Boston. Yeah,
Fenway Park.
Yeah, the Fenway Park with the high wall.
Right and left field, and center field's about normal.
That's popped up left field. Beck will make the catch for the first out.
Just missed that.
We don't have the mentions of the field here in Seneca Valley.
I don't know if we could look that up somehow or not.
Player said they don't even know them. They just say hit it over. So I know. The center field's at least 380 to 390. I know that. It's a deep center field as Jay Rona steps in, first pitch of ball. Yeah, left field was a little shorter, but they put the high fences to try to prevent those short home runs. Comes the 1-0 to Rona. That stays up high, ball 2. Jay Rona, a member of the basketball team and the football team at Mohawk. Comes to 2-0. That's a little up. That calls the strike in the corner. Yeah, Rona's sophomore, one of the very young basketball team this past winter. That ball's fouled out of play. Yeah, trying to rebuild. Well, the Mohawk Warriors, count goes to 2-2. Winner will play on Thursday. Second time to be determined. Comes to 2-2 count. That's low, ball 3. Let's see that bracket again real quick. Yeah, it's just winner gets either York or Mount Pleasant. So we're debating place somewhere in Monroeville or somewhere in that possible, or Valley or something in that line. Highlands might be a good bet.
That game should have already been over, Lee. We should be able
2
to
o'clock should be.
Yeah.
And a pitch up high, ball 4. Yeah, we might be able to do some looking.
13.
So 1 out walk for Jay Rona. Of course, Mr. Dawson's he's probably tuning in while he's broadcasting, so he'll probably look it up for us and let us know. He's between York and Mount Pleasant, knowing it. 1 out here, it's up bottom of the first. Lucas Cummings steps in. Lucas Cummings, part of the football team at Mohawk. Wind blowing from right to left. A very strong first pitch of ball. Like good 10-15 mile an hour blowing out towards left field. Saw that last night at for North Allegheny softball. Wind was blowing right to left, and you got the ball in the jet stream. It was gone. Of course, a little shorter fence in softball. Pitch down low. Coach Fairman said if Laporte's on, look out. He likes his chances, but he's going to ride Laporte out. See, I could depend on these guys. Alan Novacek with a walk-off single to give number 5 York a 7-6 win over Mount Pleasant.
Thank you very much.
You got it. Pitch fouled off, 2-1. What else does a PA announcer do? Just wait for the next batter to come up, you know? He's got to do something. Earn his money tonight.
The big bucks he's making.
Yeah, the big bucks, yeah. He'll have it spent in a local restaurant. Runner first, then he takes off. Pitch popped up. Infield, third base. Workmaster will take charge and make the second out. Good job by Roller to recognize and get back to first.
The third baseman,
He almost didn't make it. He was about 2 steps from second base when he turned around and went back. Headlong slide, he made it back in.
J.C. Voss will step in. He's an all-conference football player. First pitch.
Looks like he might be a lineman immediately. The guy batting.
Hey, he's a big boy.
Yep.
That's a little bit more than 235.
I would say so.
Runner takes off, and that's lined in the left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Pickle having problems with it, coming around third. There's Runner, who's going to be sent home to throw. He is out. Great relay for Keystone Oaks. 7-5-2 in the put out, and Keystone Oaks escapes.
That was a beautiful throw. The cutoff man was right where it's supposed to be, and it was a strike to home plate. One home. The catcher's waiting for him to slide into him.
After
No runs, one hit, no runs, and one man left at the end of one. It's Keystone Oaks 1 and Mohawk nothing. You're listening and watching the high school baseball here on LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Welcome back to Seneca Valley High School here from Keystone Oaks. That's where we want to start the game. Square one in the top of the first, and then that dynamic play to end the first inning.
That was just a rifle arm from the shortstop in the home plate on the relay.
So Jacob Workmaster was 7-6-2. So the relay came from Schroeder. Workmaster will step in, will take a first pitch ball. Here comes the next pitch. It's a ball. I asked Jacob, what else don't you do? Starting goalkeeper on the soccer team. He was on the wrestling team. He had 26 wins in his career. Bounce this one back to the screen. Also on the swimming team. Plus he's on the homecoming court.
But he didn't win.
He didn't win. He said one of his friends did. So, but still, I don't really find time to sleep. Comes the 2-1. There's a strike. We're not the most vocal umpire we have tonight, so we have to really keep an eye on that arm to make sure it goes out, doesn't go up. Going to 2-2. Just guys get a piece of it. As a softball umpire, we're taught to put our hand up in the air, so that way you know it's a strike, not out. 2-2 count the Workmaster. I'm not criticizing him, it's just something we do. Strike 3 called.
Number 17, Greg.
Third strikeout already for Cooper Vance. One out here in the top of the second. Greg Wagner, the right fielder. Let's step in. Yeah, let's see if he went. Yep, they're going to say he swung. Greg Wagner also on the wrestling team. He's 51 career victories, 51-43. Low. Also the kicker on the football team. And he is also a golfer. On the dirt 2-1. Of course, the smaller schools, you get that a lot. and the bigger schools like Seneca Valley and more one sport because, fouled up, want to get chance. The pitcher going to come over, Vance overruns it though.
He had a shot at it. The catcher couldn't find it, and he tried but couldn't.
I'm surprised Warner he was running towards it and it looked like he might have been called off by Vance, but usually the pitcher is not supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be the first baseman or somebody else, but Vance thought he had it but couldn't come up with it. The count goes to 2-2.
Looks like the wind might have blown it back in.
Strike 3 called. 4 strikeout in a row for Cooper Vance, 2 outs.
Number 20.
Yeah, some of the bigger schools, some of the coaches say, you got to pick football, you got to pick that, you got to pick one sport. But we're starting to find out more and more the coaches are starting to let up with that, which is a good thing. Let kids be kids. Trevor Sheets steps in, takes a first pitch strike. And you see more and more, you see even the professional athletes, you hear them talking about it on TV, about how important it is to play multiple sports. And puts a bunt down. But Vance is going to be able to field it, throw, and get. Play goes 1-3. Keystone Oaks, 3 up, 3 down. Played an inning and a half. 1-0 Keystone Oaks. Over Mohawk, you're listening and watching the high school baseball here in the Lawrence County Sports Network and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
1-0 Keystone Oaks here in the bottom of the second inning. Limo and J-Mo bringing you tonight's action. Randall's game will take on York on Thursday. Site and time to be determined, but no Cougar Mountain is out towards the Greensburg area. So you would think of if Mohawk would happen to win, that's
number 9.
And they try to sort of make it in the middle somewhere for the most part. And then the more rounds they get, the more they try to get turf fields, if possible, also. Try to get the better playing surfaces, which I like. Get the games in. Brady Harmon will be your hitter to start off here in the bottom of the second. Brady Harmon, a West Liberty commit.
For baseball?
Baseball, yep.
Okay.
The baseball guy. And he pops it up. Shortstop. Schroeder goes out and will make the catch. Bickle was there for the backup. But Schroeder hauled for it the whole way. At least we believe he did anyways.
Oh, yeah. I believe he did too, Lee. I think the left fielder could have made the play, which would have been a little easier, but when you're called off, get out of the way.
Yeah.
No collision then.
Carney. First pitch strike. Well, you know what I know. The outfield's job, you charge until you hear the infield take charge. Or actually, the infielder goes out to the outfielder, calls you off. So, apparently, did not hear him call off. Next pitch, a ball. But both pitchers really work quick.
Yes.
Love it. Might not be here 2.5 hours, this one.
We'll wait and see. You never know.
Comes the 1-1 from LaPorte, a little high and tight. But all the Mohawk players can't fit in the dugout over there, standing around. Tough to fit everybody in there. Here comes the 2-1. That's low ball 3. And you'd have certain umpires And every umpire is different. So I'm not criticizing umpires, but some umpires would say, nope, you better get everybody in that dugout. I'm sure these players have heard that before a couple of times. Comes the 3-1. Ground ball, hard hit. Good play by Workmaster. Throws over, get the out. Get 2 down.
Nice, nice play by the third baseman. Short hop, picked it up, and a strike to first base.
So A.J. Verdi will step in. I think you might have heard A.J.'s name for football, Jay.
Yes, I remember it.
A couple of times. Broadcasting high atop the press box at Mohawk High School.
I did not like it up there, but I might be doing it again next year.
First pitch of ball. Great to be on top of the press box at Mohawk. Everybody's smiling here. Yeah. As long as it's sunny and warm. Comes the 1-0. That's foul out of play. Yep. Everything's starting here this week with the WPIAL playoffs. Busy time of year. Baseball, basketball, both lacrosse, and boys volleyball. The 5 sports going on right now. Comes the 1-1. Yeah, there's a strike. Championships at Washington Wild Thing Park for baseball. Down at Caillou for softball.
I've been to a couple games in Washington Wild Things. That's a nice stadium.
Yeah, it is. It's just a little rare. Concourse of 2-2. It's a perfect venue for high school baseball, too. Good. It's a professional park. It seats 3,000 people. It's just a perfect attendance for high school. You get far for some driving, but who cares? You're playing at a professional park. Here comes 2-2. Ground ball. Slowly hit. Schroeder's going to pick it up to start the show off the arm and get him. 3 up, 3 up, 3 down again from the court. And the 2, 1-0 Keystone Oaks. You're listening to Washington High School Baseball here on the Lawrence County SportsNet and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
8-9 hitters for Keystone Oaks. Lead off the top of the third. Pitcher still early on, Jay.
So far, it's been a pretty well-pitched game. The point seems to be throwing more balls right now, but we'll see. Looks like he's starting to settle down a little bit. And Vance's been throwing a lot of strikes.
And trying to see who we're waiting on. Waiting on the catcher. Verdi was the last out of the inning, so he's getting his gear on. Let's see what Mr. was probably my duck going was probably Mr. Dawson. Yep, 7-0 Shenango in the 6th. So we're going to have Lowell, Mechanic, and Shenango all with victories in Lawrence County. And I'm going to let my PA announcer check the Elwood City score. They were trailing 4-3 going into the 7th. First pitch swinging is Dylan Kickler.
Looked like a nice fastball by Vance.
Swinging strike 2. Yeah, I'm not as multi-talented as some people. First looking, Kickler up out of play. Let's see. Final East Allegheny does defeat Elwood City 5-4 in 9 innings. First playoff win for East Allegheny in 24 years. Whew. How about that? Trevor Janosko, the Haters, a base hit. They're left with 2 out. Gets East Allegheny the victories.
Number 25.
Kick those strikes out. 5 strikeouts now for Cooper Vance.
He struck out 5 out of the last 6 batters faced.
Roman Keeney, a very good hockey player, takes the first pitch strike. He's an all-star. Or actually, that's Sirakowski, excuse me. Strike 2. I missed that. We got up. He's an all-star hockey player, but Roman Keeney, he's a freshman. Don't know a lot about him. I don't know, he just struck out. Ooh, that's a high. I thought that was strike 3 for sure. Just got up high there. As Cooper Vance he's dealing right now. There's strike. Nope. I thought the King thought it was strike 3.
I thought the hand was going up.
Yeah, count goes to 2-2. That's there, ball 3. So good job by Roman Keeney. Three and 2 for Roman Keeney. Strike 3. 6 strikeouts now for Cooper Vance. Out of the 8 outs. And Nathan Brzezinski, who led off this game with a single, came around to score on a strikeout. Pitch in the dirt. First pitch a strike. They give Brzezinski credit though. I mean, he got that stolen base, Shay, but then he came around. But back to that. That ball's hit deep left center field, and that's going to bounce up against the wall. Brzezinski's going to go in with a 2-out double. That ball was crushed.
Second, the shortstop, number 2, Steven.
I was going to go back to Brzezinski. He led off with a single and then still second, and then on that ground out to third was heads up enough to get to third base, and that's what led him to be able to get that run in. Let's see if Schroeder can come up with a big hit with Keystone Oaks up 1-0 here. Vance will work from the stretch. First pitch is strike. Look, that last ball was hit towards left field. That might have been gone.
I think it might have been off the top of the fence. I don't think it would have cleared that high fence in left field.
Pitch a ball. Count goes to 1. And 1. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Keystone Oaks looking for an upset. Comes the 1-1. There's a strike. But Schroeder wants that one back.
He almost teed up on it. He couldn't get the swing off.
Runner takes off, and he's going to get to third base easily, but he almost was thinking about getting home as that ball got away from Vodi a little bit. A stolen base there for Brzezinski, his second.
2-2 count right now.
Comes the 2-2. Strike 3 called.
Struck out the sides.
So 3 strikeouts in the inning. Wrapped around no errors with a man left. And the 2.5. It's 1-0 Keystone Oaks over Mohawk. You're listening and watching high school baseball here on Lawrence County SportsNet and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
We're back.
Welcome back to Seneca Valley High School. Heading with the third inning, it's 1-0 Keystone Oaks. 8-9-1 overs threw up for the Williams. The good thing about being in Seneca Valley, we have a press box, beautiful field to look over. The bad thing is the concession stands right below us, and we get the smell of the hot dogs and everything that comes right above us. It's the bad thing about being here.
Well, it's a good thing we went to Moe's and had a delicious supper.
Yeah, that's good.
So I don't care to eat right now, which I don't say that too often, Lee.
That's probably the first time in my life I've heard you say that.
And the designated hitter, number 17, Aiden Bowser.
So Aiden Bowser will step in for Mohawk. Aiden, the sophomore. Takes a first pitch strike. Yeah, the lights just being installed here at Seneca Valley High School because all the games, high school games, used to be played. We were played at 4 o'clock, and now they just got the lights working on a timing system, so they automatically come on. It's 6:30, I think. The AD said, assistant AD, pitched a little low.
Looks like the lights are on, Lee.
They're on. Lights also at the softball field, so they try to limit the games a little bit. Comes the 1-1. Count 1-2, just for parking reasons, because you got the softball field directly past right field there. You get the softball field, so you get a softball game going on and a baseball game. You try to limit the parking a little bit. Comes the 2-1. He kick ground ball. Rick Master's going to charge. He's going to no throw. Going to get a good grip of the ball. Infield single for Aiden Bowser.
Good hustle on Bowser's part.
Number 11, Jacob Warner.
Yeah, Rick Master came up with it, but you could tell, he got that grip of the ball and just not going to get it. Yeah, we got a courtesy runner. Actually, I think Garrison's staff's going to check in. Is that number 8? Let me get my binoculars out of my bag here pretty quick. We know Jacob Warner is going to get into the game. I wouldn't doubt that that's Garrison's staff into the game. Take a first pitch. Ball to Jacob Warner. There's our changes here. Hold on. Yeah, nobody's going to tell us. Don't worry. We have to figure out ourselves. That is Garrison's staff into the game. DH, so now he is into the game. Scoring around at Bunton, gets it down perfectly. Only play from the port will be at first base. So sacrifice complete 1-4. Actually, looks like that's 1-3 on the sacrifice.
Number 6, Cooper Vance.
Staff goes down to second, and Cooper Vance will be up. The Mohawk loves to lose the DH and then reinsert the DH, and they really mess around with that because you have a re-entry into it. So more likely, Bowser, when it's his turn to come up, he's going to be the DH again. Vance steps in.
I really don't know that really, but I'll listen to what you say.
First pitch strike. If we're doing any checking on that, take that out of the sequence there. Okay. Comes the 0-1. That's a fly ball right at the center fielder, Trevor Sheets. There's a strike, and the infield no chance to tag 2 outs. Keep it here hard. Just roll out Sheets.
Nice backup by the pitcher. He's where he's supposed to be. Sometimes pitchers forgets what's going on, but he was right there behind third base. Case of an overthrow.
So can Jay Rona come up with a clutch hit? He walked his first time up, and he got caught coming home on a great play to end the first inning. First pitch almost gets away from the catcher, Roman Keeney. What's the name about Mark Walser's son, doesn't he?
Yes, he
Like the glasses on there, the high. I believe it's Jacob Walser, I believe it is. Swing and a miss. Oh, he pitches for Neshannock. So let's see him down here since Neshannock won. He's the first reliever out of the Neshannock bullpen. Count goes to 1-2 to Jay Rona. See outs here, bottom of the third, runner on second. Is Garrison Staff. Goes the 1-2. That's outside. Good pitch. But he hit the glove, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
So that's where he wanted it. Rona said no, I'm not taking. Count goes to 2-2. Comes the pitch, ground ball, diving stop by Sirkowski. The second baseman come up with it. So Sirkowski, I think give him an infield single, I believe, Jay.
Oh, definitely.
Sirkowski was able to knock it down and save a run, though.
That ball would have got thrown. He would have made it easy coming home for the first run.
One good thing about playing on turf, you can slide a lot easier and be able to make that slide, be able to make that play. But unfortunately, Sirkowski came up with it, but couldn't get a good grip on it. So Rona will be at first, Staff at third, 2 outs, and up to Lucas Cummings to try to get that clutch hit off Laporte. First pitch low. So 2 hits here in the inning for Mohawk, so trailing 1-0 though. Comes the 1-0. Runner takes off in first and pop up left field. Bickle camps underneath it and will make the catch. Keystone Oaks escapes again. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. At the end of 3, it's 1-0 Eagles over the Warriors. You're listening to watching high school baseball here in Lawrence County SportsNet and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
That was awesome.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
The Jordan Eagles, 14, Ty Sirkowski.
Yeah, welcome back to Seneca Valley High School. Ty Sirkowski, who saved that run in the last inning to lead things off. And Coach Family, we were talking about, played at Cal U's, the 3rd player in program history to register 20 home runs, 110 RBIs, and 85 stolen bases while he was at Cal U. First pitch of ball. He's in the top 10 all time at Cal. Mentioned 4 siblings, Alyssa, Garrett, Hunter, and I can't read my writing. Gracie. Yeah, Gracie. So we'll give you an idea of where they all are. But the count 1-1 to Sirkowski. Outside ball 2. Alyssa at Carlo. Garrett, All-American at RMU for football. That ball, one good stop there by the first baseman, Jacob Warner. He's going to step on first. Nice play by Jacob. 3 on assist and 1 out. Hunter is better. Left fielder. He plays in Illinois because she got drafted for hockey. And then Gracie, still a TJ. And she's going to be going to Wheeling College to play basketball and softball. So, and then you had baseball here for Eric. So 5 different
five different siblings, 5 different sports, 5 colleges. That's pretty darn good.
That doesn't happen too often.
No, here comes the 1-0. There's a strike to E.J. Simon.
E.J. struck out the first time up.
There's a strike, and assistant coach Jordan Campano, one of our colleagues, Corey Campano, part of the Lawrence County Sports Network, comes the 1-2, and he swung. Yep, strike 3. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Yeah, Corey was supposed to do a lot of games for us, but he decided, him and his wife decided to have a kid. So that sort of changed his games a little bit. So hopefully we'll get a chance to get Corey in the fall for some football games. 2 outs here at the top of the 4th. First pitch strike to Jacob Workmaster. I got to work with Corey quite a bit. One Trib. Swinging a strike 2. My number one goal, not number one goal, but I always try to get Corey to laugh to break up on the air. And he knew what I was trying to do. And he never did yet. I thought up on a play. We were ugly basketball game for a championship. It was like 15-13 at halftime or something stupid. Turnover after turnover. It was just ugly. I was trying to get him to crack it. He wouldn't do it. Count 0-2. Up stays up by ball 1. I'm professional. Unlike me, I had a crack problem. Well, you go do like Mandy for Terry and try. Mandy will try to get you to crack also. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 9 strikeouts through 4 innings for Cooper Vance. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 Keystone Oaks. You're listening to Washington High School Baseball here at Lawrence County SportsNet, by LCAP and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
I want to thank LGKG, an insurance company that always on your side. Their offices of Luxembourg Road with Kelly and George are. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. Luxembourg Road with Kelly and George, keeping promises for over 80 years. Also want to thank Sponsors Insurance. Just like the teams go to the sideline to listen to the coach and discuss their needs, it's where you get Sponsors Insurance. They put their attention to things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online, PonsonInsurance.com. Ponson Insurance, love the life you live, worry free. The way we're going with the pitchers, Jay, we're not going to worry about having timeouts or anything like that. We've only had 1 red zone RBI. And actually, we didn't. It wasn't an RBI because it was came in on the strikeout. So we can't really get credit for an RBI there. So we haven't even had the red zone RBI.
Very quick game so far. When you have 9 strikeouts.
And that ball hit towered by J.C. Voss. Call going back, and that's going to hit the top of the fence, and Voss is going to go in with a leadoff double. Second double for J.C. Voss.
Wouldn't have been for that high fence, would have been out of here, I think, Lee.
Without a doubt. Second double of the game for J.C. For that Brady Harmon. Waiting for like a pitch runner. But nope. J.C. Voss will run. We'll see why that's cleanup.
Well, that's for sure. He stroked that ball, that was for sure.
Brady Harmon steps in. Popped up the shortstop his first time up, tries to put the bunt down, but misses. For a strike.
Would have been somebody at second base. Voss would have been dead to rights.
So I mentioned Harmon, West Lovely, and we're going to get a timeout here. Sponsors Insurance, thank you, Coach Flannan, right off he didn't like what happened there. Well, like you said, Bo might have had Voss picked off, and let's get the head in the game and keep an eye out. But I don't think even down the list. Remember our niece's Renee when she graduated from top of my head, Bethany. West Liberty's right in that same area in the middle of nowhere. I think we drove by possibly West Liberty to get to Bethany possibly. It's God's country down there. I mean, over the river, through the woods, and a great place to play. I think down in West Liberty. I wouldn't want to live there in the wintertime though, for sure. So Coach Fairman gets his first trip to the mound. I said, I believe in high school baseball, we're allowed 3 and 7 innings. And then if it goes to extra innings, you're allowed 1 trip per inning after that. So count 0-1 to Brady Lehman. Mohawk trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Nice crowd on hand, both sides here today. Scores around the bunt and gets it down this time. Fielded by the high throw, pulls him off the bag. So sacrifice E1. Let's Voss go to third. First mistake of the game for Keystone Oaks. That's what you cannot afford to do.
Not in a 1-0 game.
So Connie will step in. We have it great. Just overthrew that ball. The freshman finds himself in a jam. Keystone Oaks looking to get 2. Ground ball, hard hit past third base and work master. Tie ball game. RBI single for Conti. JC Voss will score. Stopping at second is Harmon.
That ball was smoked right past the third baseman. He didn't have a chance.
Now batting.
RBI single for Conti. Bring up AJ Verdi. So you should have 1 out right now. And you have nobody out and runners at first and second. Trying to bunt, does miss it. Goes for a strike.
Thank you.
You can turn my volume down, I guess, a little bit. Comes the 0-1. Pop up right field. It's going to just fall foul. That ain't on the hands, but I was almost able to put it in that first base side, Jay.
That was
just foul.
Just foul.
Count goes 0-2. Tie ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. Mohawk trying to become the 4th Lawrence County team to make the playoffs or make the next round. They give Mr. Dawson a lot of choices on Thursday. Ground ball is going to go foul. He was very thankful that they scheduled Mechanic and Shenango at the same complex. He was able to get the doubleheader, and then very thankful that they scheduled 1 and 7 o'clock at stadiums nearby that we were able to go. So if you're listening to WPIAL, please be very nice if Mohawk wins tonight's game, that we have 4 teams sort of in the same area, that we can be able to do some doubleheaders. The Mohawks got a lot of work to do here right now. Being tied at 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Nobody out. Harmon at second. Connie at first. Verdi went back to the dugout for something there. Back in the box with an 0-2 count. Fake throw to second, which almost never works. The 1 to third never works.
We know about that one, Lee.
Ground ball could be 2. Oh, they beats it around third. There's Harmon, and he's going to stop. Thought he was going to score there, but E6. Schroeder had a double play ball, but just took his eye off at second error of the inning. Loads the bases.
Keystone Oaks cannot afford to do that.
And Garrison's staff will stay in the game. And we got a courtesy runner.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 2, Garrison Staff.
Yeah, my roster's bad. So that's Mason Hopper, number 3, running for Verdi. So Mason Hopper at first base as Garrison Staff in the infield end. Fouls it back to the screens. 2 errors here in the inning.
And no outs. The Porky's in a big jam, so he can get out of it.
So Harmon at third, Carney at second, Hopper at first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Game tied at 1. Garrison Staff into the game now. Runner takes off for home. And the suicide's complete. Ball is foul. Miss fair, landed on the line. The ball was on the line. It's a base hit. 2-1 to suicide. Perfect by Garrison Staff.
Now,
wow. I hope the umpire's right on it, Jay. Look, I mean, from this angle, looked foul, but that ball had to be touching the line, which means it's a fair ball. So Jacob Warner will step in. So an RBI suicide squeeze for Garrison Staff. And that ball's hit in the left center field for a base hit. Gets by the left fielder, and 2 runs will score. As Vance goes in, or Warner goes into second. Another error. So Carney scores. Verdi scores. Garrison Staff to third.
Number 6,
Warner.
Vance.
A single and an error on the left fielder. 3 errors here in the inning, and Coach Fairman's going to come out and have another talk. And I think we're going to get a pitching change. So it should be 1 RBI on that play because Verdi scored on the end by the left fielder, Ian Bickle. He tried to cut that off, and that ball just went right by him. And that allowed the runners to go to second and third in the plate. It's going to come off the mound. I think he's a little frustrated, the freshman, but a good performance through 3 innings. We're going to take a quick break. We'll get some changes for you. Mohawk leading 4-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to Washington High School Baseball here on the TribLive High School Sports Network and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com. Ponce's Insurance. Love the life you live.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV Preeminent Rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Yeah, welcome back to Seneca Valley High School. Trying to get some changes here. Trevor Sheets is going to be your new pitcher. So Sheets will come in from center field. Greg Wagner moves from right to center. Actually, I'm wrong.
WPIAL Championship Baseball is brought to you by KDKA TV.
Wait till they get back out there again.
They are proud to sponsor WPIAL Sports.
Yeah, really.
Our Pittsburgh local athletes.
Actually, Wagner will stay in right. Our new center fielder looks like Ty Sierakowski.
Thank you.
So Sierakowski moves from second to center. And our new second baseman is Ian Bickle. So we've got all kinds of changes here. Let's get back to the batter here real quick. Bring up Cooper Vance.
First pitch off speed, a strike. And our new left fielder, I don't have a number for, so we have to get the Keystone Oaks roster and look up who number 44 is on the Keystone Oaks. How about the roster there? One pitch up high. Number 44 is, that's Ian Bickle also. Okay. Good. Now goes the 1-1. That's the inside corner, strike 2.
No outs in the inning yet.
That was my fault. EJ Simon was in earlier. That's my fault. Comes the 1-2. It's a ball. Count goes to 2-2. Yeah, my fault. EJ Simon was out in left field because we had that change that Coach Fairman. The numbers were wrong. So Ian Bickle now is in left field. Comes the 2-2. Cooper Vance. High pop up. Workmaster and Schroeder. Workmaster will take charge for the first out of the inning. Staying put. Garrison staff.
Coming to
Mohawk got enough 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's definitely Bickle out there. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Jay Rona's 1 for 1 in the day. Walked, was thrown out at home in the 1st and singled in the 3rd. First pitch low outside, or let's strike. I didn't see the arm. Oh, tough angle to see that arm go for the strike.
He doesn't put it up as high as a lot of umpires either. It's just sort of a quick.
Minute off speed pitch low outside. It's a 3-0 in the inning. Counts 1-1. Ground ball inside the first base line, and it's going to score 2. Rona, he's around second, and he will stop with a 1-out double. 2 RBIs for Jay Rona. That's 6-1 Mohawk.
Number 13, Lucas Cummings.
9th man to come to the plate here in the 4th inning, Lucas Cummings. It took a while for Mohawk to wake up, Jay, but they finally did.
Well, I think Laporte was having problem throwing strikes, and once he lost it a little bit more, they just started crushing him. This backup pitcher is having a rough time too right now.
Yeah, Trevor Sheets. First pitch swinging is Lucas Cummings swinging for the sign out there.
Myers Law Group.
Yeah. He's popped up to 3rd and flew out to left field his first 2 times up. Mohawk leading 6-1, trying to become the 4th Lawrence County team to advance in the WPIAL playoffs. Swing and a miss by Lucas, strike 2. That right knee, looked like he twisted something there. As he reached for that, I'm going to make sure he's okay.
He's not going to come out.
Well, we know that, but
he's grimacing a little bit, but
yeah, I'm going to check on him real quick. Lucas says, "Get away from me." This is a first-round playoff game, and here comes Coach Mariano.
Almost looks like he has a knee brace on, Lee.
He might. And make sure he's okay. I mean, you have a 6-1 lead right now.
You got more games to play, so you don't want to hurt yourself.
So he's going to hang in there as we expected. Counts 0-2 to Cummings. Comes the pitch. Fly ball, left field. Becker going back. Camps underneath, makes the catch. And unable to tag is Rona with 2 outs. Bring up J.C. Voss, who's had a monster game so far. No RBIs, but he's had 2 long doubles. 1 long and 1 longer. Can the third one be the longest and go over the fence?
Say what, he crushed him first 2 pitches.
Yeah, he really that has he. I think he's taken 2 pitches and 2 doubles.
Seems to have a lot of power.
The bat looks like a toothpick in his hands. I'd walk him if I was Keystone Oaks. I want no part of him. First pitch of ball.
I think that's where you want to keep it. You want to give him anything in the strike zone too good.
Yeah, you want to keep it outside and low if possible. Two outs here in the bottom of the 4th, 6-1. Mohawk leading, scoring 6 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. 10th man up here in this 4th inning. As Jay Rona is at second base.
Had that ringing double.
That one's a little low. Count goes to 2-0.
I think they walked him now. Yep. Just like you predicted.
So go to first and bring up Brady Harmon. Yeah, I don't take any. The way he's hit the ball the first 2 times. You have an open base? Nah, I don't want no part of him.
Number 9.
That's one of my bad. I don't like that rule. I think you should have to throw all 4 pitches, but that's just me. I know they did it to speed up the game and all that good stuff.
I agree with you, Lee.
So Brady Harmon will step in. First pitch strike. Backed up the short and reached on a sacrifice. Came around to score on that error later. Comes the 0-1. That's low and got a double steal in place, and it's complete. Rona steals third, going down to second. It's J.C. Voss, who rumbles into second base. That announcer rumbling and tumbling.
I remember that. What was his name? Chris?
Oh, Chris Berman. That's right. Yeah,
who was?
Chris Berman, that's right. He was the pitch stays up a little high. Ball 2. Yeah, Chris Berman made those Sunday night football recaps famous for all his little nicknames for everybody. Chris doing some part-time work now at ESPN. Great career for Chris Berman. Comes to 2-1. That's popped up out of play. And your wife, Denise, is probably at home. Is like, who's Chris Berman?
I'm sure she's listening.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate all the Keystone Oak faithful tuning in tonight's broadcast also. Here on Lawrence County SportsNet. Coach Fairman said he tweeted it out, and everybody, his whole family's tuning in. Sounds like a big one. Comes to 2-2. That's popped up. Foul territory, giving chase. But going to go out of play. Kickler. Six, 7, 8 hitters for Keystone Oaks to lead off the next top of the 5th. They're hoping they're only going to be down by 5. But Harmon trying to say otherwise right now.
It was wild right now, Lee. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
Feats taking his time here. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-2. Strike 3 called. So get out of the inning. Not before Mohawk scores 6 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Had 3 errors in the inning. And they strand 2 at the end of 4. It's 6-1 Mohawk. You're listening and watching high school baseball here on the TribLive High School Sports Network and LCSportsNet.com, powered by LCAP.
The Mohawk Education Association is proud to support Warrior Athletics on the Lawrence County SportsNet and wish good luck to all Mohawk students participating in extracurricular activities this season. Go Warriors!
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity, it's really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Top of the 5th inning, 6-1 Mohawk. Greg Wagner will lead things off. At the end of this game, we have our Melee Chiropractic at the game. Play with the game and our LCAP play with the game. By the way, those RBIs sponsored by the Red Zone, which we will get into. First pitch to Greg Wagner, strike. The Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock. Swinging a miss, strike 2. For all your county sporting apparel needs, sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com and on Facebook. Search the Red Zone. You can score big at the Red Zone. 2-strike pitch as a fastball we thought was strike 3. Lodi thought it was strike 3. Vance thought it was strike 3, but the umpire said no.
Throw another strike.
That one's a little low. Ball 2. And when you have a 6-1 lead, you can pretty much throw what you want right now. Just throw strikes. Like that.
Strikeout number 10 for Vance.
Wagner, the second victim. Bring up Trevor Sheets.
Number 22.
Yeah, the enthusiasm for Keystone Oaks sort of died down now. Played well for 3 innings, and then Mohawk shut for 6 there in the bottom of the 4th, and there's a swing and a miss. First pitch striking for Trevor Sheets. All-section soccer player was Trevor. Pitch little low. A gorgeous night here in western Pennsylvania.
There's a little bit of wind, but it looks like it's died down now.
Strike 2 swinging. Yeah, look at the flag glow, right? It's really died down.
Compared to our first game, definitely.
Comes the 1-2. What? Coach, the umpire says, slow down.
The way Vance is pitching, I'd keep going as quick as I can.
Oh, yeah. Ground ball just inside the infield, right field line, but great play by the first baseman, Jacob Warner, runs to the bag to get the out. Nice play by Jacob.
That was a hard hit ball. I didn't think he was going to get it. He picked it up and made it back to bag before the guy got to first base.
I didn't think he was going to make it back to the bag.
I didn't either.
Good job there by Jacob.
His momentum was taking him into the foul territory, but he got turned around and made it back.
Bring up Dylan Kickler. First pitch is a strike. Dylan is a state champion photographer who on his way to become national photographer. Takes a strike again. Does all the pictures for the website at Keystone Oaks. So he's a very accomplished photographer. 0-2. Fouls this one out of play.
Sort of a half swing at that one, Lee.
Yeah. Yeah, I love a good photographer. By the way, Shenango wins 10-0, so they're moving on to the quarterfinals. Comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, just got a piece of it, did Gickler. Yeah, runner was running off. That's the whole infield was. Comes the 0-2. Kickler stays alive. I don't know where the national photography will be, but he'll be off to that nationals for Dylan. Up right field. Camping underneath it. Lucas Cummings for the third out of the inning. We played 4.5. 6-1 Mohawk. You're listening to Washington High School Baseball here in the TribLive High School Sports Network and the Lawrence County Sports Network.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
And at the night after the game, announced the Melee Chiropractic play of the game. All high school student athletes during their sports season, they get a $25 visit to their office, includes an adjustment and all therapies necessary. Full details, visit MeleeChiropractic.com. That's MAHLE chiropractic.com. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. Remind everybody, a law firm of LGKG is an AV rated attorney and super lawyers, Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George. They've been keeping promises for over 80 years. Call 724-201-1576 to let their team of attorneys guide you through the legal process, or visit them online at lgkg.com. At Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George, we try cases and insurance companies know it. If you want to talk to Coach Larry Kelly on Thursday, you better call before noon because he's on his way to a baseball game.
Back to the Warriors, number 15, Mark, on time.
That's your Twitter feed. There you go. That's what I just tweeted. Trying to teach my brother how to tweet. So, first pitch to Mark Conti. I know what you're trying to do. Trying to tweet?
Yes.
Hit that plus button.
Yeah, okay.
Megan, type in what's happening.
That's exactly.
There you go. Say hello to your wife on Twitter. Bottom with the fifth, Mark Conti steps in the strike. When Twitter came out and everything, I said, I don't want no part of it. I said, I don't want to become a twit. You know, I don't want to be a twit on Twitter. So then this job sort of makes you have to get on the Twitter to get scores and look for scores and everything. So I'm now an accomplished twit. Now goes to 2-1 on Mark Conti. But I'm not going to be an Instagram guy or not doing that. Or TikTok. We're not doing TikTok. No TikToks either.
You said you weren't going to get on Twitter either, Lee. I can remember that.
Yep. I did a while back. There's no way I'm doing TikTok. Because that's amazing how popular TikTok is. You know, these guys make got TikTok accounts. Look at that. And how many followers? Thousands? Yeah, look at that. He gets paid for it, too, some of his stuff. Yeah, it goes to 2-2. Off speed just stays up high, ball 3. It's amazing how much money they make on those TikTok videos. You get so much video, how they follow around, how it all works, but I know you can make money at it. We've heard that before in the Pittsburgh market. Dancing on the team emblems. Comes the payoff pitch. That's fouled back again by Conti's. 1 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to third in the second, and RBI single in the fourth. 6-1 Mohawk here in the bottom of the fifth. Winner of this game will take on York on Thursday. Yeah, pitch coming. That's up high ball 4, leadoff walk. Yeah, we always kidded when York played knock. He had York and knock. AJ Verdi.
AJ Verdi
Steps in. He's 0 for 2 in the day. Reached on an error his last time up. Came around the score. He hits for Mohawk here today. So far through the first 4 innings for them. Not a good throw, but saved there by Kickler. Yeah, stay tuned to Lawrence County. Mr. Dawson's going to have some decisions to make tomorrow when the sights come out. Squaring around a button, pulls it back, and easily going into stolen base is Carney. You know, 4 Lawrence County teams and softball going on also. Going to have some choices of where to go. Count 1-0 to Verdi. Or Verdi, excuse me. I've been doing that. He has a goose flying across the field here. So gets a piece of it. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-1. Brings back memories of Randy Johnson hitting the bird on the pitch. I don't know if you remember that. Throwing the fastball and destroying the bird.
Randy Johnson could throw a ball.
I don't know if these young guys might have seen it. You seen that? Amazing. Comes the 1-1. Up high and inside ball 2. Yeah, bird.
He didn't have a chance.
It did not. You feel bad for the bird. Is that called a ball or a strike? Pitch? Is that what it was? Out goes the 2-1. They throw to by Trevor Sheets. I almost got a birdie at golf. Hit a bird. Came close. Speaking of birds, there's the duck going off. That's fouled up out of play. My guy said you post that on TikTok. That classic moment.
Randy Johnson threw everything over 100 mile an hour.
Yeah, it was amazing. Amazing pitcher.
Left-hander, too.
Yep, 2-2, ball in the boat. Good stop there by Keeney. Yes, so again, remember him. It was the All-Star game. I think it was John Kruk when he came up, and Kruk had no chance. Didn't want to face him, and Kruk just bailed out. Yeah, bailed out all 3 pitches. Kruk was a character.
I enjoyed him. He enjoyed baseball. There's no doubt about that.
Payoff pitch. Coming to Verdi. Here it comes. That's ball 4 in the dirt. And on that play going to third will be Conti. So another walk for Trevor Sheets. And then the third ball gets into the rundown. And here comes Conti into the score. And now be tagged out is Verdi. But Verdi went and got caught in the rundown purposely. And Conti comes in to score. Making a 7-1. Mohawk using all the tricks here today. We'll give you an out if you give us a run. So Keystone Oaks not paying attention there. The Carney, who just kept on running and they stopped, got caught in the rundown. Keystone Oaks bites. See that in softball, right? You'll see the softball when they walk, they just run around, they just keep on going. So as long, and you can do that as long as you just keep running, you don't stop. First pitch of ball. to Garrison Staff. Staff put down a perfect suicide squeeze in the 4th inning. Yes, Mr. Dawson, you missed it.
The way Vance is pitching, Keystone Oaks can't afford to give up too many more runs.
There's a strike. Yeah, Mohawk scoring 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Led off with J.C. Voss. Pitch in the dirt. Yeah, J.C. Voss led off that 4th inning with a towering double off the fence. Then Brady Harmon was trying to sacrifice him over. He did, but pitcher Jake Laporte with an error. Got him the 3rd. Conti with a single. Brodie reached him on an error. And then Garrison Staff with a perfect suicide squeeze. Pitch up high. Count goes to 3-1. The Mohawk leading here 7-1 in the bottom of the 5th and 1 out. Swing and a miss. Well, we're getting some see if they remember this. Larry Walker batting wrong-handed in All-Star game against Randy. Don't remember that one, Mr. Dawson. I'll have to look that one up. I won't check TikTok, though. Comes to payoff pitch. That's fouled off. Randy Johnson, one of the most dominant pitchers out there.
I think he, 6'10", left-hander?
6'10". Lefty, one of the top strikeout pitchers of all time. 2nd or 3rd somewhere. I don't know the line's the top. Comes the payoff pitch. That's up high, ball 4. 3 walks here in the inning. Bring up Jacob Warner.
Now batting, number 11, Jacob Warner.
So Warner will step in with a 7-1 lead. First pitch strike. Said we're hoping to get another day like this tomorrow, but I know it's not going to happen. Thursday, they're telling 90 degrees on Friday.
I love it. I love the heat and I love the cold. My wife thinks I'm goofy, but...
Taken off for second and out at second base. It's Garrison Staff. Good throw by Keeney. 2 outs.
That was a great throw. I thought he had the base completely stolen, but no way.
So 2 outs now. The count 0-2 on Jacob Warner. There's 1 for 1 in the day with an RBI. Off speed, fly ball, right field. Wagner will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Or actually, I looked up, and it's a base hit. My fault. Thank you, Jay.
Didn't mean to bump you.
That's right. I looked down at the wrong time. Warner now 2 for 2 in the day. Bring up Cooper Vance.
Top of the order.
Vance 0 for 3 in the day.
Vance.
See, this is why this is on video, so they can say, how stupid is that play-by-play guy? Can't you see this ball dropped in?
I could tell as soon as over the second baseman said they weren't going to catch it.
I thought for sure it was going to, too. Warner takes off. Does Warner sliding in, and he will get the stolen base.
Luckily, the second baseman was backing up as the ball went into center field.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, 7-1 Mohawk, looking to move on to Thursday to play the York Cougars. Vance looking his first hit of the day, but a stud on the mound. drives this into center field. Ranging over to right center. Ty Sirakowski will make the catch. Third out, but Mohawk, they land another run. One hit. No errors and one man left. We played 5-7-1 Mohawk. You're listening and watching the high school baseball here on the TribLive High School Sports Network and Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Coming up after the game, we announce the LCAP Player of the Game, Lawrence County Community Action Partnership dedicated to enhancing the quality of life within Lawrence County by eliminating and preventing the causes and effects of poverty by mobilizing and directing resources to assist, educate, and promote self-sufficiency. For more information and on to find out how you can assist, visit them online at lcap.org. That's lccap.org. LCAP, we're changing lives. Top of the sixth inning, 7-1 Mohawk. Roman Keeney will lead things off for the Keystone Oak Eagles. First pitch of ball.
It's Trevor Sheetsley.
No, that is Sheets, excuse me.
Number 25, Trevor Sheets.
That's Roman Keeney. Keeney's number 25. Swing and a miss, strike 3. They change. That's wrong. Remember the four number changes?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. One out. Bring up Nathan Tensky. 2 for 2 in the day. Yeah, we had our lineup all done, and then Coach Fairman came up and said, whoops, sorry about the 4 number changes. So we appreciate the talk that we had with Coach Fairman. Great guy, first-year coach here at Keystone Oaks, trying to establish a program. Ground ball, third base. Voss, good strong throw, 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 6th.
The shortstop, number 2, Eden Schroeder.
Also a nice third baseman.
He has a nice arm.
Aiden Schroeder over 2 in the day. 2 hits for Keystone Oaks. They scored their run in the top of the first inning. First pitch is strike. Ty Sirakowski struck out. The ball sort of got away. Threw down the first to complete the strikeout, but Berensensky was able to come around to score, and there's a shot down the left field line, and Schroeder, ball goes around to the right. Schroeder will go in standing up at a 2-out double. It's the third hit of the day. All from the top 2 guys. 2 by Berensensky and 1 by Schroeder. And Sirakowski will step in over 2.
That was a hard hit ball, too.
Number 14.
11 strikeouts in the day for Cooper Vance. He has a strikeout in every inning so far. This is popped up. Right field line. Warner giving chase, and Thomas going to make the catch.
He had it, but it fell out of his glove when he hit the ground.
Good hustle there by Jacob. Yeah, ran into the fence a little bit. They're going to make sure he's okay. Comes the 0-1. That pitch a little low. Again, a lot of going on tomorrow. Softball going on around the WPIAL tomorrow. Girls lacrosse on the air tonight across the WPIAL. Boys lacrosse tomorrow night. Volleyball on Thursday. Comes the 1-1. It's a little low. TribLive will have coverage of the volleyball championships, lacrosse championships. Comes the 2-1. There's a strike. Lacrosse championships back at Highmark Stadium. Volleyball championships at Robert Morris this year. Comes the 2-2. Ground ball. Voss scoops it up, throws, and shows off that arm for the third out. No runs in a hit. No errors and a man left at the end of 5.5 at 7-1 Mohawk. You're listening and watching the high school baseball here on the Lawrence County Sports Network and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
For more than 120 years, people have relied on Martindale Hubbell's preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you've been involved in an automobile accident, you should do the same. At LGKG, we have been preeminently rated for over 40 years.
Bottom of 6, 7-1 Mohawk. Keep on looking at that commercial and Coach Kelly. Busy man. I said don't call him on Thursday because he'll be off somewhere around the WPIAL. He'll be in the quarterfinals along with Neshannock and Lowell.
Looks like Mohawk, too.
Yeah, good chance of it. The way Cooper Vance is pitching with 11 strikeouts and only giving up 3 hits. At the end of the game, we already mentioned we'll have our LCAP player of the game and our Maley Chiropractic play of the game. I have in mind what I want to do for the play of the game.
And I have in mind what I want to do for the play of the game.
Play of the game, I think, as of right now, will be an easy one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's much suspense.
Now, play of the game might be a little bit trickier to pick one.
I have one in mind right now as we 2, 3, 4 hitters. Jay Rona will step in. Rona 2 for 2 on the day.
Number 21, Jay.
With 2 RBIs. Yeah, Rona, just a great athlete. Hard ground ball. Fielded by Schroeder, but no play. He's 6.
Unfortunately, you're right, Lee.
Yeah, Schroeder should have came up with that one. Just bobbled it. 4th error of the day for the Keystone Lake Eagles. Bring up Lucas Cummings, who's had a rough day. Flew out the third and flew out to left field twice.
Lucas Cummings.
Nice to see Lucas get a good swing at a ball here. He's looking to maybe square around the bunt. Does not. First pitch low high. Thank everybody here at Seneca Valley High School for Athletic Director Heather Lewis and the Assistant Athletic Director really knows his first name, Nee. So, the new Assistant Athletic Director. But greatly appreciate all their help here at Seneca Valley. Always enjoy coming down here. Next pitch a ball, 2-0. Always enjoy coming down to Seneca Valley. Number 1, they get treated well. Number 2, I live in Butler, so it's close. Other than traveling to West Mifflin the other day. Get treated great, but 68 miles one way is a little rough. Comes to 2-0. That's low ball 3. Well, no, that's 68 miles, but it was a haul. Been to Kennywood. I don't know if you've ever been to Kennywood, Jay.
Years ago, I think back when I worked in the mill, we went to Kennywood. That's been about it.
Yeah, I was never a roller coaster. I always get sick of anything that goes around and I'm afraid of heights. So that eliminating 90% of the rides.
I don't ride the roller coaster. I like the bumper cars.
Pop up right side. Kickler will make the catch for the first out. Well, bumper cars aren't bad, but those roller coasters. My wife got me. J.C. Voss will step in. My wife got me on a roller coaster once in my entire life, and it's one of those ones that took your picture going down the hill, and I was white as a ghost. She said she'd never put me on another roller coaster. She saw how bad it was for me. She still has that picture too. Voss swings and misses. Runner takes off and sliding in the second safely is Rona. As the geese fly across the field. And we have batter interference on J.C. Voss, and the runner has to go back to first. Coach Marion is going to come out, and so Voss is going to get called out for batter's interference on that attempt.
What did he do, Lee? I didn't see.
I'm assuming he stepped in front of the catcher.
Brady Harmon.
So Brady Harmon will step in. Don't see that call too often. I thought it would just be a strike. Ground ball, shortstop. Schroeder flipped to second for the force out, and that will do it. We'll talk about that play when we come back. No runs, no hits. We had an error, and one man left.
7.
But through 6, 7-1 Mohawk. You're listening and watching high school baseball here at Lawrence County SportsNet.com, powered by LCAP and the TribLive High School Sports Network.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Do or die for Mohawk. We were talking about John Cluck earlier, Jay, and guy saw it on Twitter. Somebody tweeted out that Vogelback from the Pirates reminds him a lot of John Cluck.
He's been a leadoff batter for the Pirates quite a few times.
Yeah,
I don't understand it,
but I like the comparison though.
Oh, with it. I think they're both left-handed batters.
Yeah,
and they're both sort of
and they're both characters.
Yeah. They say Vogelback is really good in the dugout.
So E.J. Simon will step in. Makes a first pitch strike. Pops this one. Infield. Warner has room. Now wants the play, and the ball's going to fall for a foul ball. I got it. Rips.
You can't blame that one on the wind, Lee.
No wind to speak of right now. Just there's so much room here at Seneca Valley High School.
Or you might have said maybe the wind blew it, but not that time.
Count goes to 0-2 and just low. Simon has struck out twice here today. Make ball 2. Just missing. Comes the 2-2. Just missed again. Trying to get him chasing, did not. Payoff pitch, ground ball, second baseman Fields it, throws, cannot get. Rona makes a nice place, but an infield single for E.J. Simon.
Infield single, number 3.
Really good try by Simon.
Yeah, Rona went behind the bag, but could not throw out. E.J. Simon, bring up Jacob Workmaster, who struck out twice. First pitch swinging, strike 1.
Simon runs pretty good down the line. Slower runner, I think he would have got him. Because from his butt, he made a nice throw.
Cooper Vance blew that fastball by him. Ryan put a sign down. Just throw the fastball. Comes the 0-2. He just did and just missed. So that gives velocity in that fastball. It's going to be close to that pitch count. Going to be close to 105. Comes the 1-2. Runner takes off, pitch low, and easily getting in the second will be E.J. Simon. That's the cue. I'm waiting on Mr. Dawson to text us and say, here's how many pitches he has. 11 strikeouts. We did for 12.
But he doesn't have many walks, though.
Count goes to 2-2. Off speed, there's number 12. One out here in the 7th.
The right fielder, number 17, Gregory Wagner.
Mr. Dodson might be at the crane room enjoying wings at this point.
You wouldn't doubt it.
Eat a couple for me, James.
First pitch of strike. But thanks to the crane room. Good night to be outside in that patio. Having an adult beverage or a Pepsi. Here comes the 0-1. Runner takes off. Swinging and fouling it back. And this is what Keystone Oaks wanted to do tonight, but they just haven't able to get runners on the bases. When they did, they were successful.
With 12 strikeouts, you're not getting too many people on base.
Yeah, and 3 hits. Pick off throw. He said that we got him deep, but the ball gets thrown into center field. And sliding into third base will be E.J. Simon on the air. Low throw by Vance. They had him picked off. It's outside. Count goes to 1-2. Not eating wings, he's eating salmon. His wife cooked.
Okay.
Strike 3 call, number 13 on the night. Wagner goes down for the 3rd time. Up to Trevor Sheets. That's a nice wife that Mr. Dawson has cooking him dinner. First pitch is strike. Mohawk bench ready to erupt down the first base line. Comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 strike away. Cooper Vance putting on a masterpiece here today. Comes the 0-2. Off speed, weak tapper. Cooper Vance fields it, throws, gets. Complete game. Cooper Vance, Mohawk Warriors wins 7-1. No innings. No runs, 1 hit, no error, and 1 man left. Final score 7-1. Mohawk will be back with our May Chiropractic Pregame game and our all-cap player of the game. You're listening and watching High School Baseball here on the TribLive High School Sports Network and the Lawrence County Sports Network.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Player. Back for the final time, Mohawk becomes the 4th Lawrence County team to move on to the quarterfinals. Lawrence County, again, having a great amount of success here in the WPIAL playoffs. They'll move on to face York on Thursday night. Sighting time to be determined. 7-1 final. Quick recap of this one. Keystone Oaks started off quick. First run, Nathan Brzezinski led off with a single, still second. Then went to third on a ground up at Aiden Schroeder. Brzezinski, a nice heads up play. And Ty Sierakowski struck out. Ball was dropped by the catcher A.J. Vodi. He throws to first, but Brzezinski quick enough to come home before the throw. Makes it 1-0 Keystone Oaks, and it stayed that way as Jake Laporte threw 3 very good innings for Keystone Oaks.
He pitched pretty well. He was having a hard time getting the ball across the plate in the first inning or so, and he did have a couple real quick innings, but then it broke loose in the 4th.
Yeah, Mohawk started off with it's J.C. Voss that crushed the ball to lead off that 4th inning. And then Brady Harmon tried the sacrifice over. He was able to complete the sacrifice, but Laporte, with a throwing error, made it 1st and 3rd, and Mark Carney singled him over to make it 1st and 2nd, and A.J. Vodi loaded the bases when he reached on an error. Then the perfect suicide squeeze by Garrison's staff, and then an RBI single by Jacob Warner, and then Jay Renna cracked the bank open with a 2 RBI double, complete the 4th inning, making it 6-1. Mohawk would add one more in the 5th when they started the inning off with a walk. Mark Conte came around to score on a single by Jacob Warner, making the final score 7-1. Cooper Vance complete game, 7 innings. 4 hits, 11 strikeouts.
13 strikeouts.
13 strikeouts, and did not walk a batter. That's just quite impressive. So Cooper Vance is your LCAP player of the game.
The Lawrence County Action Partnership is proud to present the Player of the Game Award to Cooper Vance of the Mohawk Warriors. LCAP and Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Cooper for tonight's Player of the Game. Cooper will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's Player of the Game. To view the full list this year's Players of the Game, go online time to lcsportsnet.com and click on Player of the Game. Congratulations to Cooper Vance for being named tonight's LCAP Player of the Game. LCAP changes lives.
And now I'm really chiropractic play of the game. We talked a little bit about this in the press box, so we're going to go with that suicide squeeze. Garrison's staff just put a perfect bunt down with Harmon coming in to steal. It's just a perfectly placed bunt. So Garrison's staff receives our play of the game. Melee Chiropractic, the Lawrence County Sports Center, proud to honor Garrison's staff for tonight's play of the game. Garrison will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of Melee Chiropractic in recognition of tonight's play of the game.
Video tonight's Play the Game will also be featured on the TribLive High School Sports Network Standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. And you can view tonight Mary Chiropractic Play the Game. The full list of the season's top plays. Go online to lcsportsnet.com. Click on Play the Game. Congratulations to girls and staff for tonight's Mary Chiropractic Play the Game. Let Mary Chiropractic keep you in the game. So, Jay, 4 teams in the WPIAL playoffs from Lawrence County. They continue their dominance. We will try to have as many or all 4 teams on Thursday. Stay tuned to lcsportsnet.com, and we will let you know what games we will have on the network on Thursday. But I can guarantee you there'll be some games on the network. Just don't know if the pairings will come out on. The sites will come out tomorrow sometime, more likely around noon or so, to find out where the games are. And then Mr. Dotson will use his abacus and all that other stuff to try to figure out how many people are available, who I need to send where, and how many games can I get covered. So hopefully we'll have all 4 teams on the network, but stay tuned to that. So final thoughts of this one, Jay.
It was all about Cooper Vance. He threw strikes. And I don't know what his final pitch count was. I never did get that, but it was all about Cooper. They could not hit him. With 4 hits on the night, and they were 4 hard-hit balls, but he just kept striking people out.
Yeah, and he had a lot. His velocity looked like it was the same as in the first inning, in the last inning, his last pitch. He was just pitched phenomenal. Congratulations to Cooper Vance. Jay, great doubleheader. Hopefully we'll be getting together again here on Thursday or some other time during the week. So good working with you.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, Luxembourg Gilbert, Kelly and George, the Red Zone, Paulson Insurance, the Cream Room Guild, the Tri-County Principal Association, who brought you to this post-game show, Something for Your Wall Photography, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Final score again is Mohawks defeats Keystone Oaks 7-1. Thanks for joining us here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP. Have a great night, everybody.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.